Their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. The option look. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is this tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB, and so many things to look at.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Makes the grab. It's Harvin. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking for a gap. It's Harvin. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wide out in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fights off a defender. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been so...
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. The back goes in motion. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out, there he goes. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bears!
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off the RPO, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Dropping back, it's Everett. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The extra point is blocked. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now after the short completion, it's second down. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They go to the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, going up top. On target to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes his connection. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Wide receiver shows motion. Snap it to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
To the ground with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. He now has 108 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. On first down from the 13-yard line.
6-9-1, Gators score! Cricket!
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Lacey. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. They're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. The defense going to stop the clock. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking to throw, it's Everett. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Hines is back in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
3:25. Longer.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time...
Oh, they got a hand on it. It's blocked. And they got it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all of this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Back to throw, it's Everett. Going for it all. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Touch pass on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Let's go!
The play action fake. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On second down, he'll fire. Complete. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Cricket! Black 24! Black 24!
They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Carrier.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Yankee blue.
He's going to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down.
Out, 55, weak.
He's looking to throw. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it!
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
29, Philly. Ready.
Wants to go up top. It's complete! They will score! Touchdown Bears! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Penn State is getting blitzed right now in Beaver Stadium in front of that super loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 19 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man! And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got to speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
To the air, it's Everett. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Finds a crease at the 20. And he breaks into the open. And stampeding through the defense. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
On the run, still looking. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side. Powers through the defender. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man. It's Everett. He's got his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his big tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go.
Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll try the run. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job, and the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Harvin. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They're going back to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll leave it with the lone back, and they're able to make the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And wait. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Now 2nd down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. No field goal attempt here. They'll try to break the tie here in the 4th with a touchdown. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one splits the uprights. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Skips away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that